We're actually starting a new series, and that is based off the book that I wrote, Constellations, Biblical Cosmology, and Why It Matters. There seems to be some excitement there, some curiosity, so I wanted to dive deeper into the topic of biblical cosmology and go far beyond just the firmament. We're going to take a look at what the Bible has to say about this place that we live. We're going to see what science has to say about it. And then we're going to look at the biblical evidence, the scientific evidence, and the historical evidence, and see whether or not scripture and science agree together regarding the earth. I believe we'll discover that it is a completely different view when we look at it through the lens of scripture. And we're going to talk about what does science actually say concerning creation. Let's get started. So real quick, before we get started with looking at a lot of scientific data with what they tell us concerning creation, I want to give you a little background about me. I expect that this series will cause several knee-jerk reactions with a lot of people, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone. This was very difficult for me to accept as I began to study this out. I was that kid that would play with his Star Trek toys far past when I was supposed to be asleep. I loved Star Wars, and that was really a fascination for me. I began to fixate on space and the possibilities of space travel as a young child. I remember riding down the road with my walkie-talkie pointed out the back window of my parents' car, trying to intercept an alien transmission so I could be the first person to discover alien life. So it was not easy for me to say all of that is not accurate and just adopt this worldview. It actually started with me attempting to research and disprove the theory that Earth wasn't a globe. I thought those flat Earth people were just crazy. So years ago, I set out to study that and debunk every argument, and what happened was actually the opposite. You know, it's funny how the truth has a way of doing that. Even if you don't know what you're looking for, if you are searching for truth, many times it will reveal itself. And when it revealed itself, I had to say, okay, God, this is what your word says about creation, so this is how it is. And I haven't looked back since. I've just researched and dug deeper. I've written the book, Constellations, concerning this topic. I'll have it linked below for you to check out, should you desire to do so. But that's a little bit about me. I loved space. I wanted to be on the Enterprise from Star Trek. I wanted to be exploring space when I grew up. And come to find out, it's not exactly the way that television shows and the movies make it look. So what is it like? Well, in order to discover that, let's take a look at what science says to get us started. Science would have us to believe that everything we see around us came from nothing. Yeah, that's right. Nothing created more nothing, which turned into more nothing, which eventually became something without the help of anything. And then now we see everything around us came into being from that nothing. Now, that is as crazy as saying that this video made itself from nothing. These images of me talking just materialized from nothing, put themselves into a sequential order that made sense without any outside help, added the audio, added the effects, cut it all together with title slides, and then uploaded itself to YouTube, where you're watching this, all from nothing without the help of anything. If I asked you to believe that, you would tell me I was crazy. But yet, we're asked to believe that all of creation came into existence from nothing. And many people do believe that just because they're told that from people in a position of authority. Now, if you ask me, that's crazy. So what is it exactly that came into being from nothing? Let's take a look. Let's start with Earth and our immediate environment and our immediate galaxy that they say exist in the cosmos of space. We're told that Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour while orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, while blasting through space at a blistering 448,000 miles per hour, all while that space is continually expanding at a mind-numbing 1,367,016 miles per hour. We're told that stars die, new stars form, that new planets form. We're told that black holes exist, that there is dark matter that holds everything together. So, what exactly is dark matter? Well, I mean, no one knows. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to a couple of the top minds in science tell us what dark matter is.